Hey, welcome to another episode of the Latif and Red Show. Of course, I am Red.
And I'm Latif.
And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite songs by Nas, Where's the Love? You know, I mean, when you think about it, that was like, I think that made me like really listen to Nas's music all over again. That album was just off the chain. But the hook that Cocaine 80s actually threw in there, it just makes you think, where's the love? You know, it's like, and when we bring it down to our communities, you have to ask that question, where is the love? I mean, do you like the song?
It's okay. It's not, one of my favorite songs, but it's okay. I like what it stands for.
Okay. But, you know, some of the things that he talks about is like, we're all in this together. You know, we're all in it. No matter how you try to equate your separatism in our communities, we're all in this together. And, you know, we have and I've said this so many times, we have so many outside forces, you know, that are trying to bring us down. You know, like the FBI chewing on his pencil eraser in the song. You know, it's like, you know, waiting to erase you. You know, it's like, where is the love? You know, and to bring it down to a microcosm, it's like, I don't know. I've been going through a lot lately. I've really been dealing with a lot. And I find myself constantly asking myself that question, where is the love? You know, it's like, I never thought of myself as a selfish person. In fact, I'm more of that person that will just give 120% of myself, knowing that it's like doing a Kramer driving down the highway. It's like, oh, I'll get you there, I'll get you there, I'll get you there, knowing damn good and well I'm going to run out of gas before I get to the next gas station. That's the type of person that I am. I don't know. I mean, when you think about where's the love, what is your take on it?
What you mean, the song is specific? Or
no, I mean what the song stands for. You know, music stands for different things in different people's minds. You know?
I think when that question comes up in whoever's mind, you know, usually you're going through something and you wonder, like I said in the other one, I mean, or are you given that same energy, and does it feel magnified because now you're in a position where you need that love? Or, you know, is it, you know, really that? I mean, I definitely found myself in situations where I had to, like, stop. Like, okay, I remember a time when, you know, maybe I wasn't there for so-and-so, so, you know, I can't expect. But I think it just feels magnified when you're going through it. But we don't think about it when somebody else is going through it. And it might not be intentional. You might really be busy. You might not be able to really, you know, physically show that love, or you can't, or maybe you're going through something yourself and you don't want that person to know. You don't want, you know, you feel I'm going to just go through it. But when you're going through a situation, you start to feel like, darn, you know, where's the love? So I think that's when I just think like, okay, from now on, I have to be more cognitive. I have to, you know, be there for people when they need, but it's hard unless you're really going through, like we was talking about on Real Talk, you're really going through that work, like that transformation work. You're not going to consciously make certain choices if you're not doing that work to change certain things.
Well, you know what, this is the thing, you know, and, you know, just like we said on Real Talk, in fact, I had to actually read a few chapters of my book, How to Sell Life Positive Thoughts for an Effed Up World. Yeah, you know what? I can only speak for myself. People can speak for themselves. But I am one of those people that if you're in my circle, I'm truthful. There's no way that you could ever have a conversation with somebody else and be like, oh, he's wishy-washy, or he's iffy, or you can count on him sometimes. You can count on me all the time. You know, if you're in my circle, that means that I have allowed you to be in my circle. Now, if I'm going through something, see, I don't attach price tags to things that I do. I don't. I think that real people just do real things. It shouldn't have to be asked. It shouldn't be, you know, I shouldn't be going through my life moping around and you know, again, not to do the pity party victim mentality, But at the same time, sometimes things weigh upon you as a person. You know, and sometimes it's a good feeling that the people that you've always been there for, the people that you've always helped, the people that you've always assisted, even to the demise of your own self, these people pay no attention to the fact that you might be going through something, or your silence doesn't speak volumes, or, you know, the fact that you're not up to your usual energy level, they just don't care. You know, they just go on with their life as expected. And that leads you to wonder, it's like, well, I was always true blue. You know, and here's the deal. This is where habits tell a life. I find that I just look at it as, okay, people gonna do the shit that they do. You know, people don't care about you. People only care about themselves and what you bring to the table. It's really, you know, it's one of those things where you're just like, you're damned if you do it, you're damned if you don't. You know, if the integral person that you are is, hey, listen, I'm not going to watch you fall. I'm not going to watch you suffer. I'm not going to watch you go through something on your own. You know, but if you're going through something like, hey, listen, man, that's your problem. You deal with it. How do you address something like that? As Nas would say, where's the love?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think all of us would like to say that, you know, we're, you know, I'm old. Like I said, when I feel like it's just magnified. When I'm in a situation, I feel like, darn, I'm always there for everybody I'm doing. And in general, I am a good person. I know I'm a good person. I don't need nobody to tell me that, you know, I'm a good person. But nobody's perfect too. So I have to also check myself and be like, yeah, you're a real good person, but what about the time when? You know, it's like, what about the slick stuff that come out of your mouth during an argument also? So it's not, you know, so I think it's a little bit of self-reflecting and also finding out if, you know, who your real true blues are, because just because somebody's your true blue doesn't mean that they don't, you know, they weren't affected by things that you said or did to them. Just because you're going through something, you don't remember it, but they remember it, and it may not be like, you know, that I have to tell myself, like, okay, maybe it's not that they don't care, but maybe they're just kind of giving me a taste of my own medicine. Maybe they don't realize this is not the time to give me a taste of my own medicine.
Sometimes that happens. No, I can definitely,
you know, it's like, it's just like a child. It's like, yeah, but you know, the same thing we tell our children. I'm talking about as adults. You know, it's like you some things you just don't do because it's going to come back and bite you. Right. And it's not to be, you know, mean or anything. And for all we know, the people that we think that don't have our back, they might be like, you know, I got your back, but it's just like, I need you to understand what you did wasn't cool at that, you know, point in time. No, I'm saying that
that's your feelings.
It might not, but it might not be a conscious thing. It might be subconsciously, because sometimes we act a fool. I'm talking about as people, we act a fool, and then bam, something happens. You know, some kind of payment is due or something, and we can't handle it at that time. But we didn't act as the fool, and now it's like, darn, you know, do I call my true blue or?
Yeah, but that is the reality of it.
But your true blue also is gonna come around.
Yes,
they're gonna come around eventually and be
like,
then put that to the side.
Yeah, let me put that to the side. And that's, you know, that is the thing with the world today, is we're so busy trying to climb up and down each other's back, you know, and trying to subjugate people and make people understand, hey, I'm better than you. And all this, we do all of this not understanding that, hey, at the end of the day, we're kind of in the same boat. You know, if I consider you my true blue, I figure we're on the same ship. And for us to get to our destination, we have to work together. We have to work. We can't work together only when it's convenient for you, or only when it's comfortable for you, or only when, you know, hey, I got nothing better else to do. Let me see what I can do to help us get to our destination. That is the problem. That's where, you know, what I take away from that song is just that, you know, hey, listen, we've got to get to the destination. Right. You know, and we need to work together to get to the destination. You can't constantly leave, The fact that, hey, you should row the boat, then you should steer the boat. And hey, listen, while you're at it, can you navigate? Because right now, I'm kind of tired. How does that work out? In our communities, this is the mindset. You do everything. When we get there, hey, I help celebrate, but by the way, can you get my bags out the, bottom cabin? So I'm just going to go on land. I'm just so happy we're here. It's sad.
Right.
It's sad, and I find it that it happens more than just in our communities. Like I said, if you put it at a microcosm, you look at our interpersonal relationships. You look at, family. You look at friends. You look at relationships. And here is the thing that really, really gets me, is when people, it's like, I have had people in my life where they were just the outcast. They walk around with more darts in their back than I ever did. Okay? You're always there for that person. You always at least try to pull some of the darts out their back. Then you turn around, as soon as everything's all right, guess what happens? All the people that was throwing darts in their back, they all up in their face and acting like you don't exist. They might say, oh, thank you for healing these wounds, but, I got to go over with these people over here because, it's like some high school mentality. It's like the jocks sit up there and lock you in a locker, but yet and still, the person that got you out the locker, you go through the rest of the school year ignoring it, and you always in the jocks' faces. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like I said, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's a deep subject.
But that's why we're doing it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because
show.
I'm trying to think if I've been. I mean, yeah, I've been in those. I've definitely, been in those situations. But I mean, we don't know other people's aspirations and desires. Maybe,
that has nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe.
reality.
I'm saying maybe that's what they needed, and then they're going. I mean, it's just going to come back around anyway. The lesson is going to be learned one way or another.
Yeah, it has no choice.
Yeah.
Karma is steadfast in bringing forth that special brand of justice, or I'm not even going to say justice, but understanding, I just find, it's like, I'm happy today. Today is my son's birthday. Martin Malcolm, happy birthday. Hopefully you're watching this, But that falls down to unconditional love or unconditional true blue. I mean, growing up, I'm sure there were times that they hated my guts. They was in that bar with all the workers that I used to manage, throwing up drinks like, can't stand him, can't stand that red guy, and that might be the case, But there's an unconditional love there, and it's like, I remember when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh my God, today is the 2nd, it's their birthday, and I became super, super excited. And I found that pushed away some of the issues and the problems that I'm dealing with. Some of those things, we're all human, we all go through it. There's always going to be a time period where you're going to go through something, and it's going to seem unbearable. But that's when you have to listen to that Nas song and say, where's the love? Because, hey, not everybody has to be like Jesus and carry the cross on their back to their own death. It's really nice when you have people in your corner that actually care about you, and actually want to see you succeed and want to see you get ahead and want to see you, most importantly, happy. I can't think of a better world to live in than a world where people actually want to see you happy. Not happy until, oh, well, let me just mess up your day a little bit. Or just, I've had days like that where I'm just ecstatic, and then it seems like I'm running into this person, well, hey, let me bring you down a notch. And hey, what the hell are you so happy about? Let me give you something to make you feel unhappy.
Yeah.
Where do these people come from? Who raised people like this? Who raises people like this? Where their whole output on life is, well, I'm not feeling too great. The hell are you feeling great for?
Yeah. Well, we don't have to be around them. That's why I always say from the beginning, I stay away from moody people. I don't like moody, grumpy. I just stay away from it. I'd rather not deal with it.
Right.
If there's somebody close to me, I will literally just walk away, go to a separate park because I refuse. I don't like it.
You should.
I don't feel like
You
it's
should.
called for. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I have to talk myself out of the slumps, then why should I be somebody else's punching bag?
There you go. There
and
you go.
Strangers, it's really easy.
Yeah, well, strangers, there's no emotional connection, but with people, I'm starting to figure out, something that my grandmother has told me over and over again. I mean, she probably tells me this from the grave, like, dude, you came in here by yourself. More than likely, you're going out by yourself. Take care of yourself.
Yep.
Everybody else is transient, and if there's no return on investment, if there's no value, if there is no state of happiness, or you find yourself in a position where, your happiness means basically, hey, listen, I gotta bring you the hell down. You just walking around here smiling too much. Then, yeah, you need to cut ties with, because, as I got older, I understood what she meant. People are transient.
Yeah.
For the most part, all people are transient. Those that you choose to keep in your life, to keep in your circle as true blues, hey, I'm not saying that they need to kiss your butt or be happy, but at the same time, it's kind of an honor when you open up to another person, when you let another person know, hey, listen, I care about you. I care about your well-being. I care about the fact that you can move forward. When you do all this and it's not being returned, and it's being returned with darts, why?
Yeah.
Why? This is part of the problem. This is why our communities never seem to get ahead. Because we are surrounded with this whole atmosphere of people, well, you know what? If I'm feeling good and you're feeling good, then we can feel good together. However, if I'm not feeling too great and you're feeling good, I'm going to have to bring you down a notch. I'm going to have to bring you closer to my level. It's crazy, But in a nutshell, that's what I get from that song. That song got me through. I think I used to drive around and just keep it on loop on the CD. I think it was track number 12. And I would just loop it and, go data, because there was such depth. And there's so many other songs that have depth. I'm a firm believer that, hey, listen, artists don't write songs based on your feelings. They write them based on their feelings.
Right.
I go crazy when people would go around and they're feeling a certain way. So unless you're singing that happy song, what's the name of the song from the Minions movie? Happy. That's it. Unless you're singing that all day long, or it's a beautiful day, it's like anything else is like, come on, the artist didn't write that with you in mind. They wrote that with something that they're going through. It's just really, really crazy. And, I would love to hear your comments. I know that we kind of, in a sense, personalized it, but in a sense, made it a wider view. But I'd love to hear your comments. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let us know how you feel about where's the love. On any level, in your communities, in your friendships, at the workplace, at school. Where's the love at? You got anything you want to add before we close this out?
No.
Okay. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in to the Latif and Red Show. I am Red.
And I'm Latif.
And you already know, love you guys.